All right, I've returned. We are back in business. Whew. Last stream we did a failed DWM patch, trying to do like a transparent toolbar kind of thing. I don't think I really cared about that very much anyways. I just thought it was interesting, might be fun to do, but then the patch failed and I was like, moving on. And then today's stream, I kind of want to look at other projects. So for this one, I was looking at Chad WM. Very interesting. Don't necessarily like all the bloat in it, but there are a few aspects of it I might steal because I was like, ooh, that may be fun. Whether it's widgets, which you can honestly put this with any window manager. Just my thought process. So that's kind of what I think for this stream specifically. We'll see where we end up. Tell you what, some of it I'm just like, whew. The big thing, I think maybe we could add a little color up here too. Or one thing I looked at and I was like, ooh, you know what? Having like faded icons would be neat when something's not occupied. Maybe even an underline under active workspaces instead of this little square. I like the underline a little better as well. So that's my thought. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's wow, that's kind of where I wanted to go, but I'm gonna pull up old cursor, and I think we had an update too. Ooh, also I wanted to look at gear lever. If you've never used gear lever, that's a very, very cool project, and I was using it on Bazite actually, and that's something I wanted to add. Because if we look at gear lever, I think it is gear dash lever. Maybe a search. No. Gear. All right, let's see if gear lever is anywhere to be found. Because this is something I thought would be kind of cool. Gear color, gear system. Emulation, all right. It's a different type of deal. How's it going, Phoenix Dwarf? Guys hanging out since the earlier wrap. I know I usually don't stream that early, but lately I've been really enjoying streaming. So I'm on a bit of a rampage. All right, let's see. Geary, lightweight. Oh, I don't think I ever used Geary. Messy utils is installed. Yeah. I wonder where that... I'll have to look up this application because doing app image is kind of needed. The last stream is funny. It starts with you saying DWM just works, preceded by making DWM not work. Well, so if you're not modifying it, like if you're okay with the current setup, it will just work infinitely. Like you can't break it. And then when you go to patch things into it, like you want to change functions and those types of things, yeah, you'll break it over your knee almost every time, especially if you're not a good C programmer, which I am not. So anytime I patch it, yeah, I'm going to break it. But that's why I have Git, and then I can just revert, doing like a Git reset hard and then resetting it. Yeah. In it, I fell asleep and I thought the stream was ended. It did end. And then it came back alive 3 hours later. So sorry for, I think I quoted 2 hours, but whenever I quote a time, just add about another 60 minutes to an hour or a day onto it. My wife has my timing down pat. All right. Yeah, I know. Terrible streamer. Terrible. I need to stick to a more rigorous schedule. But if there's not something like fun that I'm like looking into for that day, like I don't want to just stream to stream. A lot of times I'm like, I want to do something fun that like is interesting to me, and then I like to stream it. So that's my thought. I do want to find this gear lever though. Gear lever, Linux, because I thought that was super cool. Oh, it's a Flatpak. Oh. Do I have that installed? Oh, no, I don't. Just give me the CLI. I hate Flatpaks with, just give me the command line. Who uses a GUI? You. Flatpak. Oh, dude, did I not? Have I not? Oh my! I haven't even installed Flatpak. I fail. I fail at life. Wait, Giga Chad WM? Is that really a window manager? That'd be so cool. All right, I gotta look it up. That would be the ultimate Giga Chad WM. That'd be hilarious. Linux. Oh, that'd be so good. No, it's not there. Giga Chad. That would have been awesome. Oh. You got me excited. I'm like, oh really? MV Chad's pretty cool. It's like a pimped out Vim distro. Oh, that's funny. Funny. All right, anyways. Getting back to installing Flatpak. Paru. Oh, I bet Flathab. My bad. I know, it wouldn't have surprised me either. Somebody out there is gonna be like, ooh, you know what? Giga Chad WM. I think I'm gonna use that name. It could be us. You make the switch to ZSH. No, I hate ZSH. ZSH can go die in a fire. Me and ZSH don't agree. I did a bunch of videos on ZSH. It sucks. That's my official stance. I'm sorry. I know I just offended half the crowd, probably 75%. And every Mac user out there saying ZSH sucks. But I really don't like ZSH. I am a bash guy. Through and through. You know? Some people are bash people and some people are ZSH people. I am a bash person. It took me a year and a half of poking around in ZSH to finally go, what are you doing? You don't like this. You're not getting it. Why are you still on ZSH? You still like bash. You love bash. Why are you still on ZSH? And then finally I was like, that's right, I'm not being true to myself. I'm a bash guy. I'm going back to bash. So that happened like 2 years ago, and I never looked back because ZSH sucks. At least it's not fish, though. So true. So true. I think it was power level 9K or 10K. There is a power level theme for ZSH that is pretty good. Very, very close to what I'm doing here with Starship. And I rocked that for a bit. I actually did a video. Shoot, let's see. Chris Titus Tech ZSH. Yeah, so here was my ZSH config. I was using power level 10K. And I had all the different like auto jump and auto suggestions, and that would have been 3 years ago. Dang, time flies. Never mind, it wasn't 2 years. It was 3 years ago. So yeah, here's my ZSH config from back then. But I don't like it. And I'm not going back. You can't make me. No. No one uses power level. That's why you hate ZSH. Well, I did. It wasn't bad. Where was where do we got? FlatHub. FlatHub setup. Arch. Restart your system? Really? No. That's silly. Let's just relaunch the terminal. Okay. Oh, cool. So on Debian, I think you actually have to enable the FlatHub repo. Did Flatpak change that finally? Or is that no longer a step needed? I remember a while back that's installing it and then doing FlatHub. Yeah, I was like, reboot. God. What is this, Windows? Okay, Starship. Yeah, Starship took over ZSH too. That makes sense. All the TOML files in Starship are pretty awesome. All right, Phoenix, let's look at that gist. Let me pull it up. Chatterino. Let's see what we got. What's this gist about? Oh, no. New shell. All right. CD. Yeah. I mean, it's neat. The autocomplete there. Can't we just do that in Bash though? Not to downplay this, the coolness of that. That is cool though. All right. I like it though. That it does have better autocomplete and listings in ZSH, I will say. But not cool enough to switch to ZSH. I agree with DeWolf here. 100%. Not interested in that. All right, we got gear lever installed. The Flatpak. Oh, you know what? Gear. Yeah, so gear lever Flatpaks. I think you actually have to quit out and then come back before Flatpaks load up in your like Rofi menus. But yeah, I wanted to add that. I keep forgetting. Yeah, we could log out and restart. Actually, let's see what the log out gives us. Does it actually fix it? I mean, it's so quick. Ooh, you know what we need to do as well? So we got gear lever, which I really enjoyed. We got a good backup now. What about... Yeah, there's gear lever. So just a log out, log back in. Nice. I like it. I'm a little blind with this theme. It's a bit of a flashbang for me. So bright. Did I thought we fixed that? Did we not? Nordic. Pyrus. Is there like a QT imager or something? Maybe. Flatpak not honoring themes. Why? Oh, AppImages don't. Yeah, gear lever's like infinitely better than AppImage launcher crap that was on here. Yeah, we could do flat seal. Let's see. Flat seal. Yeah, let's just install flat seal. We'll just toss that on here. Flat seal is great for permissions and grabbing. Maybe it doesn't have permissions to read like the GTK theme. We could also try Flatpak update, sure. Gear lever manages AppImages. So if you're using any version of Linux, KDE, GNOME, whatever, Debian, Arch, any distro. If you are a Linux user and you haven't downloaded and used gear lever, what are you doing? Go do it right now. Just go tab over, Flatpak install, gear lever. Gear lever is amazing. It's a fantastic way to manage AppImages. Like AppImages suck so bad to manage before you get gear lever. After gear lever, AppImages are awesome. They're just like Flatpak at that regard. And like I said, Flatpak AppImage works on any distro. So what are you doing with your life if you're not using gear lever? Do you just hate yourself? Well, I mean, you are a Linux user. I joke. But yeah, AppImage launcher, and it sucks. Yes, AppImage launcher does suck. Am I using AppImage launcher? That makes me... Oh. That makes me say, dude, what am I using exactly? I think it's QM. Oh, I do have App Image Launcher in here. Let's remove that. Yeah, so this was before Bazite and me discovering GearLever. I was using App Image Launcher. It does suck, and now it is gone. And that's one less thing in my AUR. All good. Just looking. A few other things in here that I want to remove. This one right here. And VK3D bin right here. Let's get rid of these things. Another interesting thing, it was like a couple streams back, we were trying to get Helldivers 2 during a gaming, Arch Linux gaming optimization stream. Guess what? I didn't realize this, guys. I want to show you this. I want to show you right now. This is wild. Well, one second. Did I break something? I broke it. One second. We gotta launch Windows because Helldivers 2 doesn't work in Windows. Wild. So usually I'm like, oh, well, it just doesn't work in Linux. No, this damn game doesn't work in my Windows either on this system. I'm like, what the world? What is happening? This InProtect system that Helldivers 2 implemented sucks bad. So bad. Like, I didn't realize it. I was like, oh, it's not just me. This just is terrible. Okay. It must be because it's a VM. Almost dropped that bomb there. I pulled it back from the edge. Sometimes I can stop myself, sometimes not. Does MicroWin come with essential drivers by default? It does not, Honduras. You need to use your drivers. Now, we are adding a checkbox. So before you make your image, it grabs all your drivers, not just the essentials, but all your drivers for that system. And it should make the perfect ISO. That's not quite there yet. We do need to make a stream going through MicroWin. I think the next stream is going to be a MicroWin stream. Having said that, Windows should be now up. Cool. Now, Windows. Check this out. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So usually when I'm like, okay, I want to play, me and my buddy were wanting to play some Helldivers, and I was like, okay, Helldivers, let's patch this and play it. And then it did the exact same thing it's been doing to me on every single system, except Bazite for some odd reason. Bazite got around InProtect. How'd they do that? What kind of sorcery are those developers over at Bazite using to get around launching this godforsaken InProtect anti-cheat Helldivers 2 system? Oh yeah. Having said that, watch it just launch because I'm on stream. Okay, here's InProtect, right? And then after like 5 seconds, it should just go away and launch the game. But it doesn't. Yeah. You just sit here, just as we do in the Linux realm, and nothing. Not a damn thing. Why? Why you like this? I look at my device manager. Everything's like, bam, okay. Nothing's there. We got a GPU pass through. We can launch other games. But this Helldivers, it's just, yeah. It is what it is. Can I move it? Okay, there it goes. Yeah. InProtect just stops it. Maybe it's a VM. Maybe it's a VM thing. But the anti-cheat in Helldivers it's bad. It's just very, very bad. It doesn't even play on my Windows instance. And I was like, oh, well, okay. We got I don't feel bad about it not working in Linux now, or my Linux. I mean, whatever. So strange. Well, it never really worked here. It does work inside on my other PC. Like I have one like dedicated Windows box that's not virtualized or anything. And that's on the inside. And that one does play Helldivers too. But it's the only one that plays it. I don't know. Like, what is the Helldivers 2 developers doing? Like, why would you ever do that? Kind of wild. Just wild. Anywho, anti-cheat, I really hate you. We've cleaned up some of that. Well, oh yeah, we're looking at Flat Seal. Let's see about Flat Seal, because whenever we launch Gear Lever, we're blinded. And I kind of wanted, oh my lord, flashbang, sorry. Whew. So Gear Lever. Where would, where would that be going? Can run in the background, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we probably give it some kind of variable or GTK variable, or maybe give it, well, it has access to home, which should be fine. Like home.var should read the XDG path just fine. Maybe we look at XDG. Yeah. So anyways, Gear Lever, amazing. Let's echo XDG. Let's look at our data directories and see what's up with that. So you have these data directories for the share, which is good. What about I'm thinking maybe session type. Let's look at that. Session type. X11. Now, session pass, session desktop. What's that? Nothing. Maybe because session desktop doesn't have a desktop in it, we got some other issues. Use an environmental variable to add the GTK theme. For me, it's GTK theme underscore Capuchin Mocha. Oh, okay. So for me, it'd probably be Nordic. I like that. So GTK underscore theme is what we need to add. How many companies implement anti-cheat to their games? Do you think that Linux isn't ready for modern online games? Alexander, it's kind of funny. Take Destiny 2, for instance. It works in Linux. It actually created a bypass specifically to work in Linux on Linux servers. And they did it for Google. So Bungie said, yeah, we can run that in Linux for Google. Specifically, I think it was the Google Stadia. You remember that disaster? But you normal Linux folks out there, Bungie hates you. They don't want you to use their products. They don't want you to play their games if you're a Linux user, because they simply could just check the box and make it work. And they don't. There's multiple developers that are like that. It's not Linux. It's the developers. Yeah, but they just hate Linux. I don't know how to fix that. Other than to say, don't buy those games. If Steam Deck is now, so the game has changed a little bit in this regard. So it used to be just a fruitless endeavor to even talk about, because Linux had like 1% gaming market share and nobody really cared, especially developers. It was like, whatever, just a bunch of neckbeards in a closet somewhere. I don't care about them. But the game's changed. In this past couple years, millions of gamers, and I do mean millions with an M, are now using Linux. And that is Steam Deck users. Steam Deck users, it's changed it. So now they have to tick the box. There's no way around it. If they want to continue, you know, unless they just don't care about money, you know, which what modern game doesn't care about money? Most of them very much do. So we're seeing like a renaissance happening in the Linux realm. So it's not a question. There's no technical prevention of this. It's all anti-cheat. And really, it's just the developers needing to just load up a Steam Deck or a Linux instance or Bazite, whatever they want to use. I don't care. And just running it and going, hey, does this work on Linux? Cool. It does. The anti-cheat loads properly. But like in Protect, it can work on Linux. You have Easy Anti-Cheat, probably the biggest name. It has a Linux compatibility layer and all that. So you could easily just build it for that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that is available. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, gaming on Linux, definitely, I can't wait to see what it looks like in 2 years. Because frankly, you go back in time 2 years or even 4 years, oh my word, it was such a much worse experience. So much worse. But we do have Valve to thank for all of this. I mean, they weren't the ones to develop like Wine, and they just basically took Wine and made Proton. Yes, that's all true. But they were the muscle that made developers go, oh, we need to pay attention. So don't ever hate on Steam. Don't ever hate on Valve. As much as, you know, they're the corporate influence in Linux. It's almost like a necessary evil. And frankly, they've done more for Linux gaming than any other company out there, I think. Yes, when it comes to Linux gaming, they have. Just Codeweaver's probably up there too. Codeweaver's probably number one. They were the ones that made the compatibility layer. Steam simply took it, refined it a little bit, and then said, this is awesome. We're moving over to Linux. And yeah, I think Codeweaver's is number one. Steam's number two. But Codeweaver's, it's a profit. It's a company. So it counts. What are we doing today? Do you really need to break DWM again? As you mentioned, it just works. I guess we don't. We don't have to break DWM. If you guys don't want to see me mess around with DWM, I do want to kind of fix these XDG environments. I feel like there's a bunch of XDG environment variables that we need to fix. There's a bunch of people in chat chiming in about XDG config and other things that we probably should go ahead and set. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can't really break DWM. Like, you can break it, but if you're using it in like a Git repo like I am, you just pull down the old repo and just go reset my Git, make install. Fixed. So the cool thing about this is you can easily restore. And I also have backups on top of that. That's how we're back in Arch. XDG NixOS magic. Oh my god, Nick Phoenix, you Nix shill. I did see that Nix developers quit. Did you guys see this news? I'm sorry for you Nix shills out there. Sorry, Phoenix. We gotta talk about NixOS developers quit unexpectedly. Yeah, it's a true story. I saw it on my feed on Twitter, so it must be true. Probably should have saved that. Should have saved that article. Did I put it in here anywhere? I did not. I need to go back through my projects. I need to. What was it? News. Let's go news. Nixo developer quit, maybe. Have you guys seen it? Or did I just make up this title? Man, it'd be a good clickbait title. No. No, nope, nope, nope. Ooh, set XDG session desktop to KDE. Oh, okay. Well, actually, I like GTK's theming a little bit better. Maybe setting it to GNOME might be there. Ah, here we go. Maintainers leaving Nix packages. Here we go. Let's see. Milestone 27. What is the purpose of this kind of doomsdaying comment? YouTube videos. It seems the milestone was deleted. Well, good lord, that's just a wall of text. Okay, well, never mind. We're just hunting for drama at this point. Yeah, it's a 2024. It's how do we get there? We got to use AI, guys. It's 2024. We got to use AI to find the article. I got it. Let's do it. We're going to use... Uh-oh. What? I broke it. What? Shoot. Really? Oh. Can we, like, move it? Huh. Well... Okay, AppImages are there. There's gear lever. What is applications? Okay. Cursor's gone. 1 second. We're just gonna fix this before we can talk to AI. We gotta fix my cursor. This is such a doomed stream. Okay. That's okay. We're gonna fix it. Alright. Let's just go downloads. Double click. Unlock. Move to app menu. Replace it. Launch it. Well, that's you know what? I think we need a reboot. It's been a little bit since the last reboot. Let's just do that. We'll just reboot. Sudo reboot. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that. What's up, HGH? How you doing? Yeah, I think I don't know, guys. I think I'm stuck on Arch for a while now. After the Bazite instance, and then it just kind of spectacularly breaking on me after an update, and then Fedora wanting to like kill Xorg. I don't want to distro hop anymore. I think after 5 years, I'm done. I'm just gonna stay on Arch and live my life in peace. And no longer distro hop. I'm never gonna do it again. Yes, that's it. Unless it's a virtual machine, or unless Arch breaks, or I need another YouTube video, or you guys get really bored and demand that I install something else other than NixOS. I'm looking at you, Phoenix. I already know NixOS. Yeah, distro hopping is great on VMs. Oh, another thing we got to fix with this distro. I'm tired of rebooting and then forgetting to shut down my VM and then having it time out after like 2 minutes and then finally rebooting my system. Force quitting. We need to go and change SystemD. The 90-second timeout in SystemD is just too damn long. And we gotta fix that. Arch is great though. I do love Arch. I think Oh man, I hate to say this out loud, but I think Arch is my number one. I think it's my number one. I just love it so much. I know it likes to misbehave sometimes, and then it just breaks unexpectedly, but it's just exciting. I like it. I love my Arch instance. And then again, next week, I might say something different. There is a Libvirt setting to auto shut down VMs. Ooh. We should probably take a look at that. Yeah, OpenSUSE, I can see. You know, the OpenSUSE is the open build system. One dude, I tell you, I like their open build system. As much as I used to crap on OpenSUSE, I gotta say they've been pretty good. Like when I was on, I think it was Tumbleweed when we tried that. Was it a couple months ago when we were on the Tumbleweed? It didn't really give me any problems, and we installed pretty much everything, and it was a relatively stable experience. I can't remember what forced me to change. I think I just... Oh, yeah, I can't remember what happened. But I was just finally like, let's install something else. Yeah, Zipper's a little slow, but I do like its syntax. I think I still stand by Zipper's package syntax is still probably some of the best in the world. Oh, my keyboard still doesn't work on the BIOS. I don't know what it is with this system and this keyboard, but I have to have like another keyboard plugged in. Otherwise, it just won't do this. We also need themed Grub. All right. Let me write this down, actually. I'm so scattered. I'm going to actually write this down on a piece of paper. Like an old man here. All right. Where are you? I don't even have a pen. I have a notepad, but no pen. All right, we're just going to make the to-do list on the stream. That's the easiest way. So then everyone knows what's going on. Okay. So we're going to go and... Ooh, should we just make go old school with it and just OBS it? Notepad minus. Note 1, get a better keyboard for booting the system. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we're gonna go notes. All right, text. First, we gotta select a good font. Cascadia Mono. Nah, gotta do a nerd font. Matrix. Now Meslo LGS is always my fave. All right, size. Let's go 16. 16 seems okay. All right, so the text to do on stream. All right, colon, enter. Can you guys see that? Perfect. All right, maybe go a little bigger with it. But we're going to be staring at it a lot too, so -1. First up, fix XDG paths and vars. Okay? That was number 1. Number 2, Grub theme. Number 3, feels like I was doing something with gear lever. And we're going to search something using AI. Oh, yeah. Did NixOS Devs quit? Yeah, that was what I was looking up. JetBrains Mono. You like JetBrains? Okay. I think we got to go a little bit higher. Maybe like a 22 font. Yeah. All right. Just gonna put that over here. Lock it in. So now Ah, perfect. Oh, and then the timeout. Yes, we got to fix the darn timeout. So first up, first order of business, fixing the timeout. Let's do that. Let's go sudo vim etc systemd default timeout. Start, stop, 90 seconds. Ah, perfect. We need to enable this. And instead of 90 seconds, it's going to be 9 seconds. Default stop seconds, 9 seconds. Default device timeout, 90 seconds, 9 seconds. All right, perfect. So let's fix that. All right, what else do we have? Oh, auto shutdown VMs. We also need to do that. Yes. Gotta go fast. 90 seconds, now 9 seconds. What else? Let's look up the auto starting of Libvirt. Libvirt AutoShutdown. I don't know what that is. Libvirt AutoShutdown. I didn't know that was a thing. Old Red Hat. Let's see what we got. Libvirt guess. What is this? Okay. I wonder if we even have this file. Let's check out and see if we have etc sysconf config. Libvirt guess. Is that a thing? etc sysconfig. It is. Interesting. So then you can just set, open this, located, edit the file, on shutdown equals suspend, on shutdown shutdown. I like that. All right, let's try this. Oops, not that. Let's go sudo vim etc sysconfig, and then we just go libvirt libvirt d. What was that? Libvirt dash guess. All right, and then we just put that in there. It's in etc conf d. Oh, oops. Okay. Did we just create that file, by the way? Let's see. No, we didn't. Okay, great. So on Arch, someone from chat, thank you. Sly Echo, much appreciated. You are the man. All right, cron. No, not cron d. Conf. Yes. What? Oh, we don't have conf d. Yeah, I kind of am done with KDE for a while, guys. Maybe I'll revisit it in a year. Man, I just had so many issues with KDE 6. Between Bazite upgrading from KDE 5 to 6 and then just breaking because of my cache folder. Listen, if I screw up, I have no problem taking the blame. Other than getting flashbang here. That's my problem. I have no problem taking the blame, but seriously, going from 5 to 6 and then just having Plasma shell not boot because of something in cache when it worked perfectly fine on KDE 5, that's not my fault. That's just bad design. That's just a bug. That's the devs screwing up. That's KDE 6 sucking. Let's just be real. Plasma 6? Yeah. It sucks. And then I did a fresh install on Arch, and then it was like flickering and all kinds of jank. I'm telling you, I love KDE, and I love KDE 5 or Plasma 5. That was great, and it was my favorite desktop environment. KDE 6, on the other hand, man, it's been bug after bug after bug. Specifically the flickering, on a fresh install of Arch with no home folder or anything. It's fine. And then going from KDE 5 to 6 on Bazzite and then it just breaking again, that's a pretty serious thing. Like the devs, I appreciate the thought and everything that goes in, but they gotta know KDE 6 was a miss. It was not very polished. If I can find 2 bugs relatively quickly, just think of what else is there. There's gonna be plenty of other stuff. Unless I'm just the luckiest man on earth. You know. I just got here and Chris is just trashing Plasma 6 WTF. Like I said, I love KDE. Like I said, Plasma 5 was my fave. Desktop of all time. When it comes to desktop environments, it has my number 1 is there. Just not Plasma 6. It just move. Nothing but problems. All right. Okay, Phoenix, the resident NixOS shill, has come back. He's researched NixOS maintainer stuff. Apparently, a NixOS maintainer left, and they had to remove like 300 files to remove a maintainer. How many maintainers does NixOS have? That's the question. That would be my follow-up question. How many people are actually there? I agree with 0. Plasma 6 deserves it. I'm sure they'll redeem it. Like I said, Plasma 6 in like maybe 6 months to a year. We'll try it out again just to see. Please upload a video installing your latest DWM config in a VM. Totally will after I kind of get it all polished and such. Okay, we were looking for Libvirt guess Arch. Where is the config for this? Before I get too lost in the weeds here, where do they put the config files for auto shutdown? So you could do, why is it in Polkit? Huh. That's not it. That's something else. Okay. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here, guys. But has anybody noticed Google search just really sucking lately? Like, if there's one skill I have, carried me through my IT career, it is being an excellent Google search user. And I swear, trying to find anything of value through Google search is becoming more of a rarity. In 2024, Google search, Google, I don't know what you're doing, but man, you are sucking at being the top search engine. Like, terrible results. Anyways, having said that, let's Google this. Libvirt AutoShutdown Arch Linux. How to do this. Well, let's just see. Libvirt guess. Okay, that feels like it would be there. Let's try that one. Stack Exchange and then Arch Linux. And then it adds. So maybe it's a package. Let's try Libvirt guess. It looks like an actual package. It's in the extra. It's part of Pacman. So let's try that. So the person earlier that said it's in the conf.d was actually correct. It's just I didn't install the dependencies to populate those directories. Is that libvirt? Libvirt glib git libvirt guess package extras libvirt Oh, maybe it's already installed. That is not a valid command. It's in Libvirt. We installed Libvirt, right? Yeah, of course we have Libvirt installed. Yeah, it's installed. Try doing before 2023. Randy, thanks for the bits, man. I don't think we do. I don't think we have the directory. So here is our etc. As you see on the screen, it should be in conf.d. Oh, actually, never mind. Chat called me out. I don't have the file. There we go. I typoed the conf directory. So we do have the directory. We just need to make the... oh boy, we got there eventually. We got there eventually. All right, so now we make the file libvirt guess right here. We're going to just make it from scratch. Sudo vim libvirt guess. In guess, we got URI's default. URI's to check for running guess. Do we need that? Feel like that's optional. On boot start. Okay. I do kind of want that because I like to just have my Windows instance running at all times, so then I can just drop in whenever I feel like it. Start delay. I think I'm going to add 10 seconds as I don't want everything just kind of hitting all at the same time. So we'll do a start delay 10 seconds. On shutdown, I think we'll take this and I hate suspend just in general practice. So I think we're just going to go shutdown. All right, fine. Big babies. Turn on dark reader. Gosh. Trying to wake up here. You know. All right. Parallel shutdown. Number of guests will be shut down concurrently, taking effect when on shutdown is set to shutdown. If set to 0, guests will be shut down one after another. Yeah, don't really care. Shutdown timeout. I think we'll do... I have a pretty lean Windows instance. Well, as lean as you can make it in Windows. So it shouldn't take longer than a minute. Bypass cache, sync time. I think that's all good. So Libvirt Guess is a service that used to be coordinated the host lifecycle by default. We'll suspend running guests. So this is actually a SystemD service. Let's see. All right, then we just enable the service. So then we just go system. I feel like just doing like a system CTL. Anytime I kind of do this, I like to do a daemon reload first. And then I also like to see if we can't pull the status. Libvirt guess. Chat is just too good. Y'all are a bunch of geniuses. Look at that. And let's go ahead and start. I should have just done -- now, and it would have started it for me. So now if we look at our status, we have that. Perfect. And then if we run Vertman, we should have, I believe Windows is running. Perfect. All right. Yeah, ChatBT, y'all are better than Google. That's for sure. You saw how helpful Google was. It was terrible. It was such a bad result. So we've done fixed the SystemD timeout, so our time we're not going to take forever to reboot. We also made it auto start and auto shut down virtualized guest, so it shouldn't hang forever. And Libvirt guest should assist us in shutting down Windows gracefully, because I'll always forget. And ooh, does the VM have Windows Update disabled? That's a good point. If it's doing an update on reboot, that would be very, very bad. Let's see. Did I break something? Okay. New features are ready to install. Oh, that's right. We're on the dev channel. What happens? Oh no, that's only on Shutdown. So I think as long as we keep it. Oh no, us being on the dev channel is going to be problematic, y'all. Well, let's see what's the latest dev stuff. Are we on the dev? Yeah. You'll need to clean and install to get on the latest version of Windows. Oh no. Yeah, we're on dev channel. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna end terribly for me. It's like running Arch Linux updates every hour on the hour and just instantly installing them. That's what we're doing here with Windows. Oh boy. Yeah, there's no way to leave. We're stuck. And I don't feel like reinstalling all this. So we're just going to stay on it. Some of the new updates in Windows isn't bad, but the Copilot one is probably the biggest misfire I've seen. I mean, Copilot is just, it's not terrible for auto line completion when coding. So like it does a decent job of reading how you're coding, and then it gives suggestions. And like 30% of the time it's really good. You know, to where you can just tab over and then it just auto completes it. And it's nice for those 30%. But the other 70%, it like hallucinates and recommends just awful things. So that's kind of unfortunate when that happens. All right, here we go. We're back in old Windows. That's going to be problematic on the shutdown. That's 60 seconds. Yeah, we could just disable it. We'll just kill Windows Update for now. I feel like that's the best solution we can do here. Let's kill Windows Update because I don't want this shutting down right in the middle of right in the middle of actually doing something. That would be awful. We're gonna do the not recommended disabling of all updates. Should be fine. All right. Perfection. Oh, Chesmoy, yeah. It's been a while since I've done that, but with all my updates and stuff, it's fine. All right. We got that now. So we fixed that. We also need to fix the XDG pass. What's the best way to do XDG pass? We've fixed our virtualization shutdown probably. Grub theme as well. All right. Oh, did you ever find out, Phoenix, how many devs NixOS has? Let's see if cursor works. Hey, cursor and gear lever, I like it. Nice. All right, let's ask the better chat, the better Google. All right, web. How many NixOS Linux maintainers are there? You guys can't see this, can you? All right, I got this. Oops. All right. As of the last update, NixOS is a dynamic and growing community, but there isn't a fixed number of maintainers because it has varies from contributors come and go. Oh my god, this is a Bill Clinton answer if I ever saw one. For the most accurate and current information, you can check the official NixOS GitHub repository or the NixOS organization page where contributors and maintainers are listed. Okay, where's that at? Where's that at? Oh, okay. Their GitHub. Here we go. There is over 5,000 contributors. That's a lot of contributors. Did you all know that NixOS is that big? Holy smokes, man. Look at Nix packages. Over 619,000 commits. 5,000 plus. It's over 6,650 contributors. I don't think NixOS is going anywhere anytime soon. Holy smokes. That is crazy sauce. Let's look at the contributors. Let's load it up. Man, it is exploding. Look at all these contributions. Like, look at this graph. It's dying, guys. It's dying. Yeah. Wow. Let's see. This guy looks like he dropped off. New contributor, new contributor. Man, lots of people jumped on board Nix in 2022. And then we're starting to get into the lesser known contributors. Yeah. I don't really see anybody that's really contributing code. So from the major contributors, for that, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just consider. He's constantly popping in and out doing small commits. 5, 6. He looks like he fell off. This guy fell off. 7, 8, 9. He fell off. 10, 11, 12, 13. Probably about 13 active people working on the project directly. Yeah, so I think a lot of people have done like PRs and stuff for like specific NixOS packages. I was looking for like main people holding the project up to date. So probably about, 13 contributors. That's pretty good. Yeah, 13 solid. I mean, to give it in perspective, let's pull up my project. I have quite a few contributors, over 100. I love showing my GitHub profile. Look at that beautiful thing. Spent so much time on it. I'm not going to tell you how much time. It was too much. And let's go to WinUtil. WinUtil is probably my biggest project by far. A little over 12,000 stars now. But if we look at the contributors, here's the graph. So you have me, that I've been in and out since the beginning, of course. I had a little bit of a lull here, and I've been pretty steady, though. Pad. Derp pops in every once in a while. Coding Wonders is a new one. He's been working on MicroWin a bunch. Carter, again, he's been consistent since the beginning. Just a little bit here and there. Just kind of pops in. Conti was the engineer behind MicroWin and also the GUI redesign, making it look good. And then OG Merc's been great with a lot of the commits lately this year. He's been on top of things. And Blue, he's been popping in and out too. OG FRM, he was the one that committed. I think it was a really huge commit specifically over rebalancing and dynamically generating a lot of the tweaks, features, and those types of things. His PRs are really hard to read, and they take me a long time to review because a lot of times I end up denying probably more than half of his PRs just because they're so huge, and I'm like, I can't review that, man. All the things have changed. But still very good. I like a lot of his ideas. It's just sometimes I can't use them. And Rux, he's new. Yeah, there he is. He's a chat. Rux has been great. He helped with redesigning a lot of the WinGet stuff for installs. Oh, and yeah, we should probably take a look. Old Monk. Oh man, I wonder what happened to Monk. I hadn't seen him in a minute. He popped in. I really like him. He's a cool dude. And then everybody else, I think just some small commits here and there. Yeah, how many lines of code? How many? Yeah, quite a few. Almost 100,000. Okay. Well, I've sunk a couple years of my life into that. Oh my god, we're at 12 pull requests. Wow, that's a lot. Well, OG Merc, he usually has really good pull requests, though. His pull requests are usually straight and to the point. I wish everyone would just go to his class on taking a proper pull request. I don't even know how to click on it. I can just say I can probably commit this. Like, let's look. So he's changing how WinGet, the package manager, detecting if it's installed or not, running the WinGet version, and then if it says not available, goes ahead and catches it, spits it over to here, and then it tries to reinstall, I believe. Let's see. I like it. What was the conversation behind this? Oh, NixOS packages? Yeah, let's see. Should fix issue 1881. Ooh, I like it though. That's pretty good. Let's approve that. Let's look at the conversation here with 1881. WinGet failing. I've seen this on fresh Windows 10, like 23H2 and above, where it'll just bomb out. I freaking hate that. Yeah. Still working on that. So, hell, we'll fix it before Microsoft will, probably. Anyways, yeah. I'll come back to it and get these merged. Let's go NixOS packages. GitHub. And we're going to go to NixOS. Yeah, Nix packages. Holy smokes. 5,000 plus issues. 5,000 pull requests. 5,826 pull requests open. This is I don't know how you even manage that. Like I get freaked out when I hit double digits. I understand, man. That is just crazy. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like how they do the tagging system. I definitely want to implement something like that. And I love the fact opening up new branches for like new features. I like that idea as well. Right now, I just kind of have the test branch and then I just test it all and then I manually merge it in, which is probably not the most ideal way of doing things, but I do get a lot done with that methodology, but it's not very scalable. Good night. That's insanity. 8,000 open issues. How do you even review that? I guess you just search and pray someone's commented. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know about that. They have more than one person that can accept polls. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever do that. I'm kind of a control freak on a lot of my GitHub projects where I'm like, I want to review all the code that gets implemented, especially after that whole, oh God, what was it? The XZ backdoor thing. I just don't know if I could ever trust someone that much, especially like WinUtil's like my baby. And it'd be like giving away my own child to somebody. And I'm like, I just couldn't. It really is like that to me. I could never have somebody else accept pull requests on WinUtil. I want to review every line of code that goes into it. Geotan. Oh, Geotan. Yeah. I don't want something like that happening, but also it's my project. I really love, at the end of the day, having a say to say, I don't like that. I don't want to add that program. And I just say, this is my direction. This is my vision of it. And then just having the ultimate end say of what actually gets committed into the project. I don't know. I know that doesn't work for big business, but for me it does. In my projects, it keeps me in the project. Whenever I've accepted too many pull requests and I kind of let it go and I let other people manage, I think that's what I did with Arch Titus, and I learned a valuable lesson there where I just took too much stuff and it ruined the project for me. And I was like, crap, I really should have denied those pull requests or not accepted them, or allowed more people to more control of the project than I did. And I was like, I swore with Winutil I would never do that again, and make sure I have like an iron rule with an iron fist. And that's what I've done with it. It's served me well though. The project itself is, I think in the past couple years, I don't think we've had like maybe a couple bad main branch merges, but I've been able to fix it within, minutes. A Nix PR is kind of strict, but for good reason. I totally get that. If you have that many PRs, you have to be super strict. That's just my thought process on that. All right. What are we doing? We still got to fix the XDG pass. Let's do that. Populate XDG paths in Linux. Okay. Install XDG user DIRs. Create default directories. Is it really that simple? Let's just go paru s. It's already installed. So then if we do XDG user DIRs update. Okay. And then you create a local user DIRs right here, and then a user locale. So we look. Let's put that down there. Oh, enable the service too. Maybe we don't have the service enabled. Status. I don't know if there's a service associated with it, is there? Oh, user. Yeah. It's a user service. Let's not do sudo then. Systemctl user status XDG. Still not getting anything. Huh. Let's go list units. What do we have? You have XDG desktop portal, document portal, and permission store. I don't see any other XDG services. Well, I think if you do the USR, that's going to be the global system services under SystemD. So if you go ls, I'm doing lib systemd user. Oh yeah. So here's your default user ones. There is an update service. Interesting. But it doesn't actually show. Dynamic Window Manager is what DWM stands for. We've kind of gone off in a different direction on the stream right now, though. I probably should update the title. That's weird. So, technically, when we go user status, XDG user DRs update, it should, oh, that is a thing. It does show enabled though, so it is running on startup. So when you do a status, it's not something it automatically is enabled, I think, by default. It runs real quick and then shuts down. You can see the last run times April 30th at 3:15. It was probably when we did the manually set it. It does show it's enabled though. I mean, we could always hit start. Oh, dash update. So if you start it, and then let's do a status again. Huh. Let's go status. Yeah. So it just runs and then shuts down. So the enable on startup, it'll go ahead and refresh every time. All right. So if we look, let's just grab like Chatterino. Pull up what you guys put in chat here. So if we look at the XDG base directory, here's your user directories. Should be set default to home-config, cache directories, data, runtime, system directories. I feel like we look at, let's just Z back to home, .config, vim, XDG. Huh. Okay, there's user directories. So let's vim user dirs. This is what we have it set to right now. Am I sick of Windows 11 start menu? It's okay. I mean, it's just Windows start menu. It's better than Windows 8. The start screen. There always could be worse. I haven't tried T2 Linux. Oh yeah, Stardock I've seen. I'm not a big fan of Stardock's products a lot of times. I think someone mentioned that, asked me, and I actually recommended Stardock when they were looking for an alternative to Fancy Zones. I know they have Fences, and I've used that way back in the day. But these days, I'm kind of like, eh. Anytime you really modify a lot of Windows, it ends up just being a catastrophe. Especially when you start modifying like the base system and how they intended to be. It's not Linux, and they will come after you and break whatever you make. That's interesting. Okay. These are just default user directories and support. Config home. File written by XDG user dir update. If you want to change or add directories, just edit the line you're interested in. All local changes will be retained on the next run. Format is XDG XXX dir, and then what you have. There's not really a desktop on Windows I enjoy. So I just kind of, whatever the stock is for Windows, I'm just like, whatever. I just roll with it. So I don't really like a lot of the customization in there. I've done videos on like Rain Meter. I've probably done some Stardock stuff back in the day. But I don't know. You complained about DaVinci Resolve not supporting AAC on Linux. You could just use Opus. Allegedly, it's better quality and a better file size. Opus is great. I've actually used the Opus codec for telephones, especially telephony, which is nice. A lot of telephony stuff like uses a, I think it's, I want to say 7-Eleven codec, but there's a gas station here is probably causing me that. I want to say also I was using a more compressed codec that required licensing for satellite stuff, which was I think 729 codec. Anywho, Yeah, Opus. Let's see. Is Opus in OBS? Because that's where like all my recording is. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up on my other PC and look at audio bit rates, output, recording. Oh, it's not gonna allow me to modify any of those settings. You know what? We could just install OBS over here. Let's test it. That would be interesting. I don't think there's anything I'm missing from the user DIRs. Hey, GFY. Okay. Well, let's see if OBS can do it by default. That's the big thing. Oops. Let's try that. Okay, so we got OBS installed. Let's run OBS. Let's just cancel settings. And what I want to do, if we look at output, recording, let's go advanced. Give me the codec. So by default, it does X264, and then for the audio, it does AAC. And it only gives us AAC. That's what I thought. Now we could probably do like a setting for Opus maybe. Yeah. But to answer your question, Peter, the reason why I don't use Opus is because it's just not natively there. Maybe I look into adding it and then we change it around. So I think the other thing we need to do from the XDG standpoint too, there should be a system like XDG paths of some sort. XDG settings for GTK appearance in a window manager. All right, let's see. What do we have? Just does not give me the same thing. Now, Charlie says it uses ALAC or ALEC on Linux for the codec. Interesting. You need to copy all GTK4 files from the theme to .config GTK forward. GTK4 is not automatically just do that. Let's see, AH. So if you're in .config GTK-4, yeah, we already have them there. I thought so because I've installed various desktop environments, so I thought we had a lot of the default stuff. Do you wish Windows was more customizable like Linux, or do you like that Windows is different? It depends. It depends. It's not as straightforward as yes or no on that. Because from a business standpoint, if you have to support a bunch of users, having a ton of customization is a nightmare. Like having to support a bunch of Linux desktop users that use different configurations, awful. Just plain awful. Because you just don't know. Right? Is it some weird interface service that from a desktop environment that they're using? Yeah, could be bad. So that's my thought process. So for support, I mean, honestly, I'm okay with a lot of users using Windows. I just don't want to use Windows. It's just the sad truth of things. All right, let's grab sudo Flatpak. So you're setting cursor path. Interesting. Sudo Flatpak override x cursor path. Yeah, so the default environment variables it's grabbing are probably going to be different. I'm looking at them. And yeah, I don't see anything. That doesn't look quite right to me, though. Because the file system home.icons should actually be set to a .local share. All right, we can try it. Like I said, I'm fine. We can give it a whirl. We're gonna have to clean that up a little bit, actually. Let's just come over into here. Let's make a bash RC. Flatpak fix. And let's just insert that. And let's just do a global substitute with sudo flatpak. And we're going to change that to escape in. Oh no. What's the next line? Can't remember. Yeah, the actual proper configuration. Was it -R? Yes, that was it. Thank you. Sudo flatpak. And I wonder .star until we got another sudo command. So what this should look like. Oh, can I split the line? You could do like a parentheses .star like that. And then it's just something like that would be fine. Yeah. Anywho, that was fun. Let's just copy and paste it from chat. Thank you for the bin there, ZH. All right. An interesting tidbit, but yes, Hastebin to the rescue. All right, let's try that. I was like, let's see how my Vim skills are. Still a lot to be desired. I see what's going on here with the file system.icons and file system.themes. This technically, though, should be XDG defaults specify that it's .local. And then if you look into share, it should be themes into here. If you look at the themes folder, you have themes, and then also your icons are here. So you really should not be putting them directly in your home folder anymore with the .icons and .themes for the Flatpak override. Those folders shouldn't exist. All of them should go here instead. Just an FYI for anybody watching this, when it comes to Flatpak, they will auto pull from here, I believe. So technically, all Flatpaks, when it comes to overrides, it should look something like this. Let's go file system, home folder, and then it should be local and share, because then you have your .icons and your themes in here. So theme and then icons. Something like that would be more appropriate. Or you could just symlink it to .local share theme. Or just move it, because that's the proper way and the proper spot for it. But I get you want like a little shortcut path. I understand. Is it themes? Oh, oops. Themes. Yes. It's another symlink, though. Do we have any symlinks in here? Yeah, all the symlinks are good, though. It's just bash RC and then Steam PID. All right. Now, if we launch, what Flatpak was giving us problems? I think it was gear lever, right? Yeah, it's still wide as could be. Still a flashbang. Bam. Preferences. Huh. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Bazcore actually. Can't mount. Check fuse setup. All right, fine. Probably just reinstall Bazcore. Go applications. I think I can just double click it. No, that didn't. Let's open with gear lever. Yeah. And I want to say, please verify. Okay. Unlock. Move to app menu. Then launch. Yeah. So that's a cool way to do it. So we have that. And applications is now empty. And we can remove that folder. And everything is in AppImages now. Using the proper gear lever management system. So all of our AppImages are now in the proper spot, managed by gear lever and working great. Yeah, still jarring. Sorry. Yeah, but if you're going to manage AppImages, you just can't find better software. Even if it does flashbang you with the white screen. I don't know what happened. Copy the GTK4 files to .config. Well, they're already there, Age. They're all already there. Unless it's GTK. We have all the GTK. We have 2 to 4 all right here. So we have these 4. And if we look at the colors, you can see they're defined. Vim settings. You have Breeze cursors, Breeze dark, Noto Sans. All right. Yeah, we could replace it with Nordic. Let's do an LS of probably grab that .local share themes. Simple Nord Light. That's a cursor theme. Where's Nordic? It's not able to read the theme for Nord. I bet you it's in USR and Flatpaks don't have access to it. That's the reason why. Is it in themes down here maybe? Themes, I bet it's here. It needs access to USR share themes. So when we're looking back through our settings for the Flatpak override, this actually should be USR share themes. Enter. And also do icons. So I can read the system themes and icons. Nordic can't give it USR share themes. It won't do anything? You sure? Flashbang time. Here we go. Yeah, you're right. Actually, Peter, I took a bunch of pull requests from a new person. This is DWM 6.5. And, bro, it is amazing, like, how fast it is now. Like, it's stupid quick. If you look at GitHub, oh, I got to tell you who did it. It was nuts. Let's go closed. Yeah, this guy right here. Fezzo. Fezzo did like 5 or 6 different commits in the past couple weeks. It's actually 7 commits. Removing like the pixel gap. And then he enhanced the performance. Because he swapped like fork and exe CVP. And then the POSIX spawn P. And I noticed a big jump in performance. And then he jumped it and fixed some of the stuff because I was on 6.3. He jumped it to 6.5. And then he redid the code formatting and tag focus. And then improved DWM's experience. So you can set the refresh rate now in DWM. And then he refactored config and the knob order patch. Bro, every single one of these commits from this guy, the guy's a genius. Because as soon as I was like, that's super interesting, I just merged them blindly because I was like, I can always revert. And then as soon as I launched, I was like, whoa, this is awesome. So Dude, Peter. Yeah, it's so cool. These were some of the best PRs. It's definitely the best I've ever taken on TWM. Titus. Oh my gosh. So good. Tried the DWM build you start on GitHub. And I broke my system. Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's just DWM's just a program. It's just a one binary. So just switch back to KDE. Just go back to your display manager and switch over to wherever you were coming from. That's the beauty of DWM, is you really can't break your system because it's just one binary. It's one file. Really, at the end of the day, you just need DWM and you run it. And then I think I also create like DWM session in mine, so you could apply it from the desktop or the display manager. But how cool is that? Like, you can have an entire desktop that is, oh, how big is DWM? Yeah, it's a 98K. It's not even a tenth of a megabyte. And it runs all of my Windows. Think about that for a second. It's 98 KB. It's not even 1 megabyte. And it runs everything that you see on the screen. Kind of awesome, right? After you do something like this, you just won't ever go back to a desktop environment. Like, as soon as I went back to KDE, I was like, oh, it's just so bloated. You know how, like, Windows users, when they come to Linux and they see, like, GNOME or KDE, and they're like, oh, this is so much faster and there's not nearly as much bloat. There's an evolution here, and if you keep pushing it, you'll eventually land on, like, window managers. And if you just keep going, you'll eventually land on DWM, and you'll be like, damn, all this is just one file that's 98K, and it runs my whole system. Wild. That is wild. Yeah, but it's not as cool as Hyperland Rice. Yeah. It works better. So there's that. But I mean, what do you want? What does Hyperland do that DWM doesn't? Other than, like, animations. Like, we could probably add animations, but is it really worth it? I mean, if you really wanted, you could get almost all the way there. We could change our background to some, like, anime girl and then add 20 pixel gaps and really go crazy here. But do you really want to do that? I'm just saying. Well, there's DWL if you want to go Wayland. And it's actually pretty evolved. We looked at it at the beginning of the stream a little bit. There's a lot of patches for DWL now. So if you are huge on Wayland, 20 pixels is not enough. Need at least 40. Yeah, the animations are a bit different. Yeah. Oh, what are you linking me now, AH? Let's see. We got Nordic themes. Oh, okay. Dot themes Nordic. It shouldn't go in that folder though. It should not go in that folder. But I like it. Let's come back. Vim Nord. All right. We can fix it though. All right, let's go %substitute, and we're gonna substitute / dot. Oh, actually, we're doing /. We gotta escape that out. Dot themes, and we're gonna push that over to dot local. Oop. // Oops. Okay, so we grab dot themes / and then we need dot Escape that out. Dot local or escape backslash share. Escape another one. Themes. Perfect. Accept. And I already have this folder. Perfect. And well, that's already there. The GTK-4. It's fine. We can just let it error. All right. Let's chmod nord. Gonna need a +X to that. And then just nord. Is DWM, or rather our tiling window managers, not awkward to use when it comes to having more than one monitor? I'd love to see a tiler that suits the needs. Okay, I got you. Flat, I know there's a lot of multi-monitor patches, specifically when we're talking about DWM, and there's a lot of different ways of managing it. I've done it with Awesome Window Manager before, which is a DWM fork of this, and I like to use my mouse a lot more in those regards, but how it usually works, and I've done it with BSPWM as well, is I'll assign 1 through 5 to monitor 1, which you see. And then let's say I have another monitor like off in the distance. I would assign workspace 6, 7, and 8 and 9 to it. So then let's say I want to push this window to workspace 6. It'll immediately shoot it to the other monitor in workspace 6. So then I can easily reference all the stuff using 2 monitors. So it's even more powerful with multi-monitors because you're not really using your mouse very much, because your mouse has a lot further distance to travel into the second monitor to really utilize it. So that's a lot of wasted time. So by issuing specific workspaces for each monitor, you really get set up pretty good. So that's my thought process behind the multi-monitors. Qtile and other things are already set up for that. Qtile is another DWM fork, I believe. DWM is like the parent and the one that made a lot of the forks of window managing. Like there's DWM, and then there's like all the other stuff made from DWM. There's very, very little that isn't a fork of DWM, which is surprising to me. I just learned this. So I was like, wow. I didn't know Xmonad was DWM. I didn't know Qtile was DWM. I didn't understand BSPWM was DWM. I didn't understand Awesome Window Manager is DWM. Like DWM spawned all of those. All the source code for those guys started with DWM. It's kind of wild. Not very many people talk about that. So that's kind of my love of it. They should make a DWM desktop. And I mean, well, we can make that. Yeah, Awesome Window Manager is based on Lua. So it basically took DWM and then made all the configs Lua. So if you really love Lua, you can just take Awesome Window Manager and do that as well. Yeah. Well, yeah. You've told me about Awesome, but I didn't understand about all the other ones too, the other forks. Or maybe I did learn that from you. I don't know. Probably. I'll give you credit for that. I heard it somewhere. I heard it somewhere on the internet. It must be true. Oh, yeah. The DWM conf I'm on right now is just right here. Here, let me paste it in the chat so you guys can grab it. Yeah, thanks, Greg. I'm glad you enjoy them, man. I love doing them. Love exploring the new stuff. So, oh, we were going to check gear lever now. You'll be happy to know you fixed it. We are now rocking Nordic right here. Fully accessible. No longer are we blinding everybody in the audience. Everyone in chat, thank for fixing the forever super flashbang theme of Flatpaks to now actually match my regular theme. We're all Nords now. Yeah. Enable Nordic for everything else. If something's like GTK3 or Qt, we'd have to do that through the .config file. But you taught us how to do it. You taught us how to fish instead of just giving us a fish. It's all in the .config. And you can do, instead of doing like Flatpak override, you could also use flat seal. So what that looks like. For those that don't want to use the terminal, we could launch into flat seal and then say, you know what? I want, let's see, what other applications do we have? I believe, let's see, did it add it into here? We got games. Nope. Oh, here we go. Flat seal over. Nope. I didn't add it there. Well, it should be in global. And it should be under allow file system. And then under other files, that should be that technically should be something like .local share themes, something like that. And then this one should be / .local share icons. Huh. Anywho. Yeah, that's what that should look like if you wanted to do it from a GUI. All right. Oh, flat seal is user. Okay. Oh, the settings I made were from a root. Okay. If you check var lib Flatpak overrides, that's where they be. Okay. Learning something new every day. So what that means, if we go lib, oh no, var lib Flatpak overrides, and then we have our global right there. So we could go vim global, and then you can see from a global standpoint, applied everywhere, it'd be right here. You could also do it from a user level since we're not really jumping outside the home directory. So using flat seal the way I showed it also works. Just two different ways to skin that cat. That's kind of cool. But you can see the different things that are added, all the different overrides that are now happening from the system standpoint. The old Archtitus, I don't know. I think a lot of that project I need to revamp completely for Archtitus. I don't think it works anymore. One, Arch has been considerably updated, and I know some steps need to be changed. And two, I know some of those desktop environments don't install the same way. So I wouldn't use Archtitus except for maybe the server install, because that's never changed. All right. One other thing. What else do we have? So we did that. What about the Grub theme? We've talked about XDG a good bit. We did that. So let's we do have another project that we've worked on in the past. It's like top 5 bootloaders. I wonder, we could probably just spawn that in. I haven't touched this project in years. What do we have? Top 5 bootloader themes. MIT license. Here you go. Oh, I got a code of conduct on this one. Do we dare look at what this was? I think I was just copying. Yep. Tango Man 75. Let's see what code of conduct Tango Man 75 put on my thing. Don't run the Grub theme. It broke Fedora and Arch Grub. Well, now I gotta run it. Are you saying it broke things? We haven't broken our system yet in this stream. Let's see what our code of conduct is first. Our pledge is in the interest of fostering an open and welcoming environment as contributors, blah, blah, blah. No harassment. Yep. Our standards. Examples. Does anybody actually read and follow this stuff? Whatever. Anywho, I really like the tech behind this commit. I don't care. Let's clone it and run it. Let's do it. All right. Oh, actually, let's put it over in GitHub. Let's do a G. Oh, it's already there. CD top 5. Git pull. All right, let's break something. Sudo install chat. Are we ready? You say it broke the install. The matrix awaits us. Shall we break? Haven't broken anything. I'm starting to getting that itch. What do we go with? My favorite of all time, CyberRE. But I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna go CyberRE. You guys get no vote. Sorry. Alrighty. What do we have? Copy to there. Failed to preserve ownership. Operation not permitted. Really? Well, we can read, so I guess let's... I mean, it looks like it's there. So I don't know what that's all about. But whatever. It made it over. Enabling Grub menu. Rebuilding Grub. Found image. Okay. Yeah. The only thing I'm unsure about here is dare to reboot. Of course I'm going to reboot. We're not... I don't think we need to run grub make config before reboot. I think we're going to just rock it. Live dangerously. But first, I do want to look at the grub. Actually, let's go boot. Grub comp. What do we have here? Oh hell, no. I don't want to mess with this. Let's Let's see. What did it do? Terminal input console, GPS payload, disable that. All right, disable OS Trober, menu style, grub timeout 60 seconds. Oh, geez, that's too long. We're going to go 20 seconds, actually. But I don't want to remake grub because you guys said that this would break the system, right? Is that the story? I think that's the story. This already remade grub. It already did the write out right here. It already made the new grub using the thermal. It works just fine, guys. You all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Let's just quit, right? Let's reboot. I mean, I didn't change anything. I didn't remake grub. So we're going to have the 60-second timeout. But before I do anything, I don't want people to be like, you changed something to fix it. Hey, look at that. Windows 11 is shutting down. Will Windows make it before the time is up? I like it. Look at this countdown. I hope Windows shuts down on time. It shouldn't take that long, though. By 30 seconds, it should be down. Windows shouldn't take longer than 30 seconds to shut down. Okay. Shut down Windows. Ah, shit. Maybe I should have made that timeout longer. Might be pushing an update through. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Sucks to be you, Windows. We'll see if we get some kind of shenanigans when we start that back up. Not going to be such a graceful shutdown. Okay. Well, goodbye, Windows 11. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm sure Copilot will fix it. Ah, Saf. Good to have you. First time here. Hope you're doing well. Doing fantastic. We're having fun in Linux. Always a good time. We're pimping out Grub here. We're about to see the most glorious Grub screen you can get. My favorite, Cyber RE. I actually had the original developer reach out after like 4 years and go, hey, I can't believe you're using my theme. Bro, thanks for making this awesome theme. I think it's so cool. It's my favorite I've ever installed. So, yeah, look at that. There we go. Works just fine, guys. It's a skill issue. It's a skill issue on your own part. And I know somebody in chat said it's because of Fedora. In Fedora, it's broken in Fedora. I've got a solution. You're going to love it. Don't use Fedora. I'm sorry. I should fix it, but after Fedora killed Xorg, I'm kind of like, I don't like you, Fedora. You're evil. You're the devil. Oh, video and audio are out of sync. Oh no. Let's see. What is my oh, let me see, filters. Oh no, I don't have a delay. Let me look at advanced audio. Oh, I remember now. Well, oh, I do have a render delay. I was trying to do like this virtual desktop thing, and I think it kind of messed things up a little bit, but probably do 50 milliseconds off probably. Oh yeah, Twitch sometimes has a bug where you have to refresh the page. Strange. Did you scrap your CID on Atomic Desktops? I think so. Yes. Is it dinner time?
Yep. Hey, so I need the and that Josh, you know.
Oh yeah. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Can you do it like now? Cause I gotta send it.
Yeah. I'll send it over. Well, let's see here. One second, my wife needs something. I'm gonna just send this to her as soon as I find it. 1 second. Where is that at? I'm like one of those old people that has to hold his phone out because I can't see the screen. Here we go. Alright, and then send that to my wife. Okay. There we go. Sweet. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty. Did you scrap your vid on Atomic Desktops? Oh, yeah. No. It's coming out. I think it's, let's see. What is it? Where is the vid on Atomic Desktops? So we have a couple ones scheduled on the main Titus Tech Talk. These are past streams. We've done the first stream of the day today was the alpha of DWM and that failing. Just a bad patch. I've tried to apply it a couple different ways. The code seems pretty simplistic. It just refuses to, it's just not compatible with like 6.5 or some of the modifications I've made. Let's switch over to old Titus Tech Talk. Atomic Desktops is coming out May 11th. And then I was doing Hayspin May 8th. Ultimate PowerShell, that's the new PowerShell script that I got. A cool profile. It took me a couple days to do that one. And then tomorrow's going to be custom phone ROMs in 2024. I installed a bunch of custom ROMs because I'm crazy like that. But like not privacy or security oriented at all. They're just I thought were cool ROMs on XDA that like 100 people might use. And I was like, it's been a while since I did that. Let's do it and make a video. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty soon. So I think if it's 11 o'clock your time, it should come out here in... Oh, geez, I'm bad at math here. Let's go 13 hours from now. Yeah. So you'd have to wait till 1 in the morning. Mobile NixOS. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do you support any browser that supports smooth scrolling through an external program? Ooh, maybe. Ugh. Let's see. What is the worst you've seen Windows if it gets shut down by a user and power cut off during updates? Usually it just hits a boot loop. I guess we should check that, huh? Yeah, it's fine. Let's check Event Viewer and see if it did a kernel power off on the admin logs. There is no dark mode on Event Viewer, sadly, guys. I've looked. There's nothing. Let's wait for this to populate. Is there... Okay, let's just give it a second. Come on. Just waiting for it to load. Sorry to blind you. Yeah, Lineage OS is like the Cyanogen mod, spiritual successor of today. Lineage is pretty good. The mod I ended up using for the video was based on Lineage OS, which was based on, I think, Cyanogen mod from back in the day. So it's just like, it also used like Pixel Experience and some other mod stuff out there. What is going on? System warning 443 net login. Nope. Critical. Yep. All right. Well, it did not shut down cleanly. We can say that without a doubt. I don't think there's any updates though. I guess we should check. It's a dev channel, so there could be updates that sneak in at any second. It says I'm up to date. I think it's fine. Oh, crap. Okay, well, there's one. All right, well, that's completed. And then let's shut this one down. When it said it didn't cleanly shut it down, makes me think that maybe the agent or something wasn't available, because once it shuts down, it should be like a 5 to 10 second shutdown. So timing out after 60 seconds tells me that Libvirt probably didn't send the proper signal, or the VM didn't quite pick it up. Yeah, Peter, you could also just use the Twitch API key and just use Chatterino for chat. So like if you want to watch it on YouTube and then chat on Twitch, you can just use Chatterino, or you can even do WeChat if you don't care about emotes. Theme on Windows 11, just the stock. I think I'd just pull in the pictures folder with my Nord backgrounds. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's take this, and what I want to do is emulate start and shutdown. Yeah, that's what I would do, Peter. Doing chat through the browser, I hate, absolutely despise it. Yeah, I love those Nord backgrounds. They're awesome. So this is running, and what I'm going to do is just launch into Looking Glass here. Actually, let's let's put Looking Glass. Let's put it on the 5th workspace. So we'll have this over here. But what I want to see when I press the power button, shut down virtual machine, I want over here this to go off and terminate. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was just like stuck on a bad update or something. It's kind of strange. Yeah, all my video production's all in Windows. Mainly because there's a lot of peripherals I use that are Windows only. Such as like the CamLink Pro. It's a PCIe card with 4 HDMI ins, roughly about $300 or $400, and it's a Windows only device. I don't believe that pulls into any Linux distro, at least not that I've seen. All right, well that works. So we got that. We got our Grub theme, did XDG. We checked to see if NixOS Devs quit. And I think we've had a pretty productive second half of the stream here, guys. Only thing I didn't do was some of the DWM backgrounds. I would have liked probably like some more DWM patches. One patch I wanted was when I launch something, instead of doing the dot, doing a line underneath, and then if something's not populated, gray out the icon instead of just having them all highlighted the same. It'd be kind of a cool addition. Not really needed, but it'd be fun. Yeah, I mean, Windows is hard to beat. Like I said, it just depends. The problem with Windows a lot of times is from its stock configuration, it really sucks. Like, it'll just constantly update, and if you're hitting those feature updates, things are going to break. It's just one of those things about Windows. Having said that, you can modify it and do good updates where you're just grabbing security updates, you're delaying all feature updates, and you're staying about 2 versions behind, which, let me look. What is my production machine running right now? Yeah, 22H2. So I'm several years behind on it, but like I said, it just works. And I don't want to do a bunch of crappy feature updates, so that's why. Oh, clock in DWM bar instead of prompt? I don't know. I kind of like the prompt in here. And I kind of like having this entire bar for Windows and such. Yeah, DTOS on Qtile. I need to check out old DistroTube's Qtile config. I've never used it. Clock, please. I want to track your time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind that so much. And you honestly could kill all of them. I don't know though. I kind of still like having some visualization in the bar. Getting rid of the whole top bar might be a little too much for me. Oh, we never did fix the 20-minute timeout, did we? Yes. All right, let's do that. Let's go. Well, we don't really need to run the install script anymore, do we? Well, let's just clear out of that. Let's go sudo grub. Make config output. And this will go into boot grub cfg. And that should be good. If we look at the default grub, I think we changed. Yeah, the timeout's 20. So now it'll be 20 seconds. So all that's gravy. Yeah, Polybar tends to be a little bit heavy for my taste. I notice Polybar kind of sucking down too many system resources. So using like OO or Polybar or something instead of the default DWM bar, I don't like, just from it being kind of bloated and stealing some system resources. Now you might be thinking, Titus, you're running a Xeon processor with 64 gigs of RAM. you can afford a different bar. And that, I just say I agree to disagree. You know, it's one of those things. I need every little bit that I can squeeze out of this thing. Typical Linux user on that. Oh, Hyperlamp, 4 gigs of RAM. Ooh. Yikes. It's a bit much. All right, guys, I gotta go. So, what a fun stream this was. I think we got quite a bit accomplished today. I'll try and timestamp everything, upload it to Titus Tech Top here in about a week or so. And yeah, it was a fun one. A fun one, man. I dig it. I think I still want to patch DWM a little bit, but I think on the next stream we need to tackle MicroWin and some Windows stuff. So expect the next stream to be that. I might stream tomorrow. It depends. I know later in the week I'm not going to be streaming. The day job has a lot of stuff going on. We're moving offices, so I'm going to be up there for most of those moves, tossing some servers from one suite to another, and yeah, should be fun. So, Phoenix, no more boring DWM stuff. Maybe boring, but it does work. I love it. I love tinkering with DWM, though. All right, y'all. Have a great one. I'm sure something will break during the move. It always does. Whenever you move stuff from one rack to another, inevitably something happens. It just goes with it. Hopefully nothing too bad. As long as we don't drop one of the servers. That's the big thing. Pull it out and drop it. I've seen that happen before. Not fun. So, all right, y'all. Peace.